Hello, dear friends. Mars and Jupiter dance today in a cosmic event. They are so close today, Wednesday, that only a piece of the moon would fit between them from our perspective. Opinion piece. Time distortion. Circular time. Forget the past. The sands of time. The power of now. Holistic view of life. How to transcend time. Fascinating perspective. Curvature of space-time. The myth of eternal return. Let's start. Many people are aware that they are experiencing a major alteration in their perspective of time on their spiritual journey. One day, it may seem like time is moving slowly, and the next day, it may seem like it is passing more quickly, or even like you have lost time altogether. These are distortions as you move in and out of different frequencies according to the Syrian High Council through Chile Wilder. As humans embark on their ascension journey, they may begin to notice a subtle but significant shift in their perception of time. This transformation becomes very pronounced as the human being's frequency increases, indicating a deeper alignment with higher fifth dimensional states of consciousness. Time is a complex concept that transcends conventional perception. It is not just a one way flow from past to present to future, but exists as a continuous moment of now. Lower frequencies, characterized by denser energies, often create a sense of time passing slowly, as if each moment is stretching out and lengthening. Instead, the higher frequency associated with lighter, more expansive energies gives the impression that time flows faster and more seamlessly, as if it were fluid and malleable, like Salvador Dali's soft clocks. Melting clocks are considered an unconscious symbol of the relativity of space and time. As our frequency is raised, a new sense of timelessness begins to emerge, leading to a reorientation in the way we perceive and understand time. Instead of being restricted by the linear limitation of past, present, or future, individuals can find themselves existing in a state of eternal now, where the concept of time as linear progression loses its hold. At the peak of this transformation is the fifth dimensional frequency level. It is here that the confines of time can be released, a more fluid and harmonious connection established in a higher dimension. In this state of heightened awareness and frequency, time ceases to be a rigid linear construct and becomes a malleable and dynamic force that can be consciously navigated and harnessed. This transcendence of temporal limitation not only frees individuals from the pressure of past and future, but allows them to live more fully in the present moment, where all possibilities converge in a timeless dance of creation and manifestation. When you rise beyond the material realm, you step outside the confines of this space-time. By transcending the limitation of your linear understanding of time, you are able to navigate through space-time itself. This form of time travel allows you to move beyond the boundaries of the space-time continuum and access different alternative timelines beyond your immediate reality. This ability to traverse time is what allows many members of our star family to be present. It is a universal gift that transcends the limitations of linear time, allowing this being to exist simultaneously in different eras and realities. Through this temporal fluidity, they are able to witness and participate in key events throughout the past tapestry of existence, connecting with their ancestors and descendants in a direct way. As they navigate the currents of time, these beings carry within the wisdom and experience of countless lifetimes, shaping their perspective and guiding their actions in the present moment. Accepting this new shift in your perception, which is to be in this present moment of now, can lead to greater expansion and enrich your experience of reality that helps you navigate the distortions of time. If you are experiencing these distortions, remember that you are honing your new ability to transcend time and space, which is given only to those who are ascending into the higher light. Definition: according to the theory of relativity, time does not flow uniformly everywhere. Gravity affects the speed at which clocks mark time, with the time passing faster the farther away you are from a massive body like Earth. When there is matter or energy, space-time is curved, with the curvature being more pronounced in areas with a greater accumulation of matter or energy. Emotions play a crucial role in how we perceive the passage of time. Anxiety tends to make time pass more slowly, especially during times of high tensions or stress. Pleasurable or fun activities can give the sensation that time flies, while negative emotions can make time feel slower. Some philosophers see time as a flowing river, which could be represented by a blue color, symbolizing change and movement, dreams and possibilities. The sands of time is a metaphor that refers to the inexorable passage of time, similar to the grains that fall in a hourglass. An hourglass. This idea is reflected in film, music, literature, and video games, and is associated with destiny, decision, and the ephemeral nature of existence. Circular time. Many ancient civilizations conceived of time as circular. Greek philosophers, as Heraclitus, spoke of cosmic cycles, while Eastern philosophy speaks of an endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth called samsara. The Mayans and Aztecs had complex cyclical calendars, while philosophers such as Nietzsche explored the idea of eternal recurrence, eternal return, suggesting that all events repeat themselves infinitely. Secular time, also known as cyclical time, suggests that events and experiences repeat themselves in a continuous cycle, rather than moving in a straight line toward an indefinite future. This idea involves the repetition of events and suggests that history repeats itself in cycles. The philosophical concept of eternal recurrence proposes that the universe has been and will recur an infinite number of times. There is no beginning or end to a circular model. The idea of circular time can foster a more holistic view of life and history, and can influence beliefs about fate and free will. Some models in quantum physics explore the possibility of temporal reversibility at the subatomic level, while the multiverse theory suggests the existence of parallel universes that could have different flows of time, or the oscillating universe theory proposes that the universe repeatedly expands and contracts like a breath. Messages. Archangel Raphael by Jan Castle. The prophecies are being fulfilled, and peace will reign among peoples when peace is created in Jerusalem. The current downloads are intended to keep people around the world trapped in a spiral of fear and uncertainty, but at the same time, the awareness of human beings is increasing. Every injustice leads to revenge or awakens humankind. More and more people choose peace and justice without seeking revenge. The more the unrest spreads, the clearer the need for peace, unity, and freedom becomes in people. During this turning point, all evil will be banished, and the age of light will be proclaimed. It is happening right now. Let us move forward by Saint Germain through James McConnell. Forget the past. Forgive everything that has harmed you in the past. Let it all go. There is no reason to hold on to old memories that no longer have any use in the new, higher frequency of body. Know that you are being reprogrammed by your higher self, and that it is all part of a process to come to a balance. This is about freedom for you to make your own decisions about how you will live your life. Therefore, let go of all the programming that triggers emotion. Each and every one of you is at a crossroads between the fourth and fifth dimension, teetering on the edge. Jump over the fence and step more and more into the high frequency of the higher dimensions. Economy. Stocks rise and yields fall. Key week for markets due to the update of European GDP or US inflation. Stock market explosion of unipolar dollar-centrism, according to Alfredo Jalife Rame. The critical moment will probably come when the financial markets collapse, according to Dave 68 of CGI. Gold and oil prices rise on Middle East tensions. China's Huawei prepares a new artificial intelligence chip to challenge NVIDIA. Geopolitical tensions are reshaping the rare earth market. USA. RFK Jr. is receiving the most unexpected support. The US is entering the end times, according to Paul Craig Roberts. Hackers may have stolen the social security numbers of all Americans, according to Los Angeles Times. The federal tax burden consumes 93% of US wealth, according to James Agresti. Homes in California cost almost twice as much as the national average. Trump hopes to get along with Putin if he wins the next election. According to Judy Pinkton, Donald Trump has asked banks to begin eliminating mortgages, credit cards, and other forms of personal debt starting Saturday, August 17th, after covering the national debt by switching the QFS system. Middle East. Iran could refrain from retaliation against Israel. Iran rejects Europe's call to reduce tensions with Israel. Some 1,400 Jewish settlers broke into the esplanade of the mosques in Jerusalem on Tuesday morning, fueling a conflict that threatens to derail negotiations for a ceasefire in Gaza. A Bangladesh court will try the former prime minister for one of the deaths in the protests. Europe. The Olympic truce ends in France and political tensions returns. Serbia criticizes the Paris Olympics, in quotes, "We have reached the clash of civilizations, exclusive worldviews, by proposing a world without God or nation." A mood prevails in Europe that resembles that before the First World War, according to Serbian Deputy Prime Minister Aleksandar Vulin. First arrest warrant issued in Germany for the attack on the Nord Stream against a suspected Ukrainian driver. The night train revolution fails in Europe. Danish police plan to deploy facial recognition technology. Mount Etna eruption inspires artists who use its ashes as paint. Will opposing illegal immigration to be declared a crime of thought? Ask Italian Deputy Prime Minister Matteo Salvini. Spanish banks eliminate 1.8% of their ATMs in 1 year, quintuple the pace of Europe. Americas. AMLO will send a note to the US for alleged funding of opponents. Mexico denounces Israel for its actions in Gaza. Milei decreed the sale of key hydroelectric dams in Argentina. Cuba faces the challenge of promoting economic viability in the face of population decline. Forced investments to reactivate the Colombian economy. The Holy Sacrament beats in Colombia for 20 minutes with 300 witnesses. Elon Musk accuses the Supreme Court of Brazil of censorship. The UN considers that the official management of the electoral results in Venezuela lacks transparency. The UN denounces arbitrary detentions and disproportionate use of force in Venezuela. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.